Hi everybody, welcome to a new video and welcome to a whole new series. This one's going to be about my tool shed. I know I still owe you one more video for the swimming pool. That's going to come next week. I'm still waiting for the thing to fully dry so I can fill it up and get in there. If you want to see that previous mega series, click up there for all the pool fun. But now it's time to move on to mega series number 2. This is going to be a tool shed that's going to be timber framed, and the walls are going to be made from wattle and daub, clay, lime, straw, water, wood, stone foundation. It's going to be a fully natural build, clay tiles, and I'm really excited for this one. So let's travel back to when I did that work and catch up to present day, where I'm going to be pushing forward on the stone foundation. Surprisingly, I still don't have a final design nailed down for this thing. I do have the footprint laid out, so I know the size of it, but as far as the details, I still have to work on that. So I'm thinking about all of that now, and I'm going to share it with you very soon. But for now, let's get into the work, and I'll see you again at the end of the video. I finally started work on the tool shed foundation after threatening to do it for many months. It's behind me here. I'm not going to be filming this work that I'm doing today because I just want to get on with it, and I'm going to have plenty of stone moving in my future while I do this work. So I've got you here right now because I want to show you the before and just talk you through a little bit what my idea is, and then I'll tune in again soon when I'm ready for a full day of work on camera. Well, I put this table here, I don't know why, just to kind of get an idea of the use of space, but the tool shed will be quite a bit bigger than that. I might even go larger, but this is about 2.5 meters by, let's see, I'm gonna aim for, I think, 140 deep. And the idea is that this is gonna be a wall, a privacy wall made of cob. Haven't fully fleshed out that idea yet, but the tool shed will be built into the back of that, probably starting from about here and then going kind of over to about here. I'm going to take the soil that I dig out of the foundation and finish off this extra terrace bit that my dad built me. I'm so happy to have this. I think it was a great idea that he came up with, and yeah, I need to fill it with dirt and then I can start using it. But I was quite conscious about where the edge of the tool shed was going to be in relation to kind of sort of the hangout area. I would like to maybe have some storage here, maybe plant a tree, maybe a future hot tub, who knows. I'd like to use this space, and I didn't want the corner of the tool shed jutting out too much into kind of a living space. If I can go bigger on the tool shed, I will, but for now, I'm basically just focused on moving these monster rocks so I can kind of start this corner of the foundation probably. Or just to get them out of the way, because I will bed them on some mortar. Dry stone stacking is way too hard. I have so much respect for anybody that can do dry stone wall stacking. It's really tough, but super rewarding when you find the right stone. Even building with stone using a mortar is tricky as well. I've done a little bit of it using a concrete mortar, and I do enjoy it. It's really fun. In the past, I haven't actually been cutting the stones at all. I've only been using the stones I have. This time around, I have the tools to split stones and to chip off pieces of stone and things like that. So I'm excited to see what that allows me to do. But for the moment, I'm just moving stones around. Hello everybody from a couple days later. It's an absolutely gorgeous morning, and I'm ready to get to work digging this tool shed foundation. I've had my coffee, I've had my breakfast. It's pretty early in the day, but I'm raring to go, and I'm planning a pretty long physical day of work trying to get the foundation dug here and the dirt moved to this terrace extension over there. So I've got a day of heavy lifting in my future. One thing I'm a little nervous about is the mega rock. We moved it when my parents were here with a bunch of friends, and now, of course, it's still in my way. I didn't know exactly where I wanted it to go. Everybody was tired and looking forward to lunch, so I basically just said, leave it where it is, I'll move it later on. And now we're at the point where I need to move it because it's later on. Can I do it on my own? I probably can, with a lot of effort, a lot of rocks wedged underneath, a lot of use of the iron bar, and a lot of time and sweat and possibly pain. So my first goal for this morning is to try to move this thing out of the footprint of the tool shed. I'm still not convinced that Megastone is the right shape to be able to use. It's sort of triangular, it's a weird shape, it's super huge and hard to maneuver, and it's not my favorite stone. I don't love it, and I might want to break it up later to make it more useful, but for the moment I'm going to try to move it, and then if I have to, I will break it. My mission for this morning is to try to move Megastone from here over to somewhere around here, which will be beyond the edge of the foundation. Or maybe it's easier to move it here. I truly don't know. It's a monster. I don't even know if I can budge it on my own. I'm gonna try, and if I can't, I'll just leave it where it is, work around it, and move it when I can enlist the help of some friends. That was much easier than I was expecting. The power of a lever is quite amazing. So yeah, that's great. It's good to know also that I can move gigantic stones. I knew I could, but this one's pretty gigantic, so I wasn't entirely sure I could do it on my own. So I feel empowered. I feel empowered to move giant rocks. So I'll move it a bit farther and then mark out this foundation again, and then we'll start digging. I still haven't made any final decisions for how big I want this thing to be. I want to mark stuff out, move stuff around, try to visualize the entire terrace with a big tool shed kind of plunked on the side. I found my beloved but very rusty axe in the couch, and I've been using it to make some stakes. So I'm basically just running some strings. I don't know the exact size, I don't know the exact location, but if I have the strings and I have everything more or less squared up, it gives me something to measure off of, and then I can kind of lay out from there. That's the idea anyway. I suppose I love leaving making final decisions until the very, very last minute. I do sort of like where this edge is here. I don't think it's too far out this way. It could even come a little farther out, I'm not sure. And then over on this side, I haven't laid it out yet, but I don't want to be too close to the tree. I don't want to have to chop any more branches off of my little fig tree. I've already harmed him enough, although he does look very happy and healthy. There's loads and loads of figs in there, but I want to keep as many branches of him as I can. So that's what I'm up to, laying out some string, and then I'm going to make some decisions and start digging fairly soon. I've had some lunch, I've marked stuff out, and I've made some decisions, at least for one side of the tool shed. Annoyingly, I have a blister right where the hole in the glove is. There's a Band-Aid on top of it. And of course, these gloves are not exactly good for the blister situation. But I have such a hard time finding gloves that actually fit my hands, and I haven't been to the shop to buy any more. There's one store in town where I can get these things, and it's an annoying place to go. So I need to go and stock up on way more gloves. The sun's gone in. It's perfect weather right now. Perfect for digging a foundation. So let me show you what I've marked out, and then I'm going to get started. This rectangle is 3 meters 20 across and 1 meter 50 this away. Some things to keep in mind are the closeness to this tree branch, the back wall and the curviness of that. I've basically started the back wall of the shed where my boundary kind of starts to straighten out. And also I need to keep in mind the space over here. It's a little hard to kind of gauge it because this is just a hole right now, but I'm thinking that the corner of the tool shed will come to about here, and that this sort of space here will just be kind of a storage lean-to. I'm not really sure exactly what I'll do here, with the living space more focused from here forward. I think I'm gonna want to maximize the size of the tool shed, and having it extend out to here I think will be fine. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be the left side edge, and so I'll start my digging over there, and that will allow me to fill in more of this hole as well. All right, let's dig some foundations. I should probably mark out the width of the foundations and work to 2 strings, but I'm kind of just going by eye. I just want to get a start on this. I want to get the dirt over into the extension, and then I'm going to come back later and refine everything. So right now it's just about filling up the extension and then perfect the foundations after that. Shortest wheelbarrow load ever. So you get the idea. I'm digging. There'll be a lot of digging, a lot of filling. I'm going to check in again when I'm a bit farther along. I didn't think it called for rain today, but it's just started and the sky is looking very gloomy and there's rain falling right now. So I'm going to call it quits, but before I go hide inside, let me show you what I've done. Oh no, the rain's getting harder, so I'll be quick. I've done this side because I know that I want this to be the boundary. I've done the front, and I'm basically gonna leave this untouched for now because I want to fill all this stuff with gravel, get it done. I don't have enough gravel to do the whole thing, and it means I can delay making a decision for the size of the tool shed for another few days or so. And I do love delaying a decision, so this is what I've done. And I filled up a little bit more of the extension as well. Okay, I'm gonna pack up my tools and go hide in the house. I love this rain. I don't know how much my window hole is gonna love the rain, and I'm actually quite curious to see whether these sunshades that we put up keep the rain out, and there's probably no better time to try it than now because it's actually absolutely chucking it down out there. So let's give it a go. Alright, so it's actually keeping the rain out pretty well, and I can't tell if it's cooling or not. No, it's dripping through, so, you know, in a light sprinkle, I'd definitely be able to work under one of these things. In a crazy downpour like this, not so much. So I'm cold. I'm going to be monitoring the window. Ah! This is crazy. I love this kind of weather. But I love it because I can go hide inside my house, and hopefully nothing comes in through the window. I should have put a tarp up, but I didn't know it was gonna rain today, so could be very interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go in and I'll probably see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully the foundation I've dug doesn't all collapse I probably should have covered that with a tarp as well, but oh well. Good morning. It's a gorgeous day out here after the heavy rains yesterday. They really cleared the air. It was super humid yesterday afternoon. They were pretty crazy, and I'm curious to see if the trench foundation hole that I dug yesterday survived the onslaught or not. Perfect. It looks pretty sturdy. It's kept its shape, which is amazing. And I can just keep on digging, so that's good. My goal for today is to line the trenches with this black stuff, fill it with as much gravel as I can find, and continue digging the trench the whole way around. So I have a really busy day ahead of me, but the weather's perfect for this kind of work, and I'm just gonna get started. So this is called a rubble trench foundation, and the idea is that this trench here should slope to there, which will then slope away from the terrace so that water doesn't really pool underneath the building. Same with this should slope this way, and then maybe this side should slope that way, and then that should slope down. I'm probably not going to be too picky about all of that because this is only a tool shed, it's not like it's a house, but I'll try my best. And then I line it with this geotextile fabric just to keep the weeds out and to keep the dirt from kind of pooling in here, although I've put dirt in myself. And then I'm really low on gravel. The guy is not really taking the time to deliver it to me, which is annoying. I've been waiting for a while and bugging him, but you can only bug so much, so I'll probably end up taking some of the tiles that I've been digging up from under here and sticking them in there and smashing them up. My priority is to get this filled with gravel so I can start working on the foundation. And so I'll likely take some gravel from my front porch and put it in here. So I'm gonna leave this for now because I don't know exactly how far I want this to go. I need to decide on the width of the shed. So I'm gonna procrastinate and I'm gonna work on putting the gravel on this side. Good enough. So this is quite the slow process. I'm gonna line the rest of the front and fill it with as many tiles as I can find, and I'll check in again when I'm ready to tamp them down and top everything off with gravel. It's been pretty slow going because I've been collecting bashed up tiles from around my place. I've been tile hunting and in the process cleaning things up as well. So I've got some tiles, I'm gonna continue dumping them in, and then we're gonna move some gravel. So the tamper, despite being of a dubious construction quality, Still does the job. Okay, I've got a lot of gravel to move. I don't think I have enough, so I'm hoping for a delivery tomorrow morning, but we'll see. I'll make do with what I have, and I might steal some gravel from the trench behind the camera as well. So I'll check in again when I have a trench filled as much as possible with gravel. But before I leave you for a little while, I just wanted to show the results of the tamping. It's pretty important to compact this as much as you possibly can, and so I'm going to be tamping this gravel down as well. Want it nice and compact so that the stones I build on top have a nice sturdy base to sit on. How are you? Okay, I have work to do. Bye-bye. I've been working hard all day. It's about 5 p.m. It's kind of hot out still. I'm gross, I'm sweaty, but I'm really proud of the work that I did today. I pushed through the pain, I pushed through the tiredness, and I feel like I got a lot done. I don't really know what to do about this yet. This is where Megastone was, and so I wasn't really able to make any kind of vertical walls in this part. So I'll need to figure this out. Plus I need some more gravel to build up the back wall. So I won't tamp anything down until I get more gravel, fill this back bit in, and then I'll do it all at once. And I need to then level off the gravel. The level of the floor doesn't really matter. The level of the gravel and the trench itself, having it all level to itself, is what's important. So I'm hoping that maybe I can tackle that tomorrow if I can round up some more gravel. And I'll be using this wonderful water level that my dad made me. One of the most useful tools is a water level, and I'm looking forward to busting that out. Hopefully tomorrow or very soon. So that's the trench. I also filled in the terrace extension. This was a whole bunch of work. It's what I spent most of the afternoon on, and I love it. I think it's going to be such a cool space, even though I don't yet know what I'm going to fill it with, and even though this pole is kind of in the way. But just having it here is very cool. And it also means that I've had a place to dump this massive and annoying pile of dirt that's lived here for a very long time. I haven't finished the entire pile. There's still a little bit left. I got too tired, and I'm waiting for the dirt to settle within the extension before I come back and add a little bit more. So it's been a very physical but very fabulous day of work. I got a lot done, and I feel really energized and very motivated to keep working on the toolshed foundation. I'm very intimidated by the stone part. I have a bit more research to do on how to build a stone foundation. My main concern is how do I attach the actual timber frame of the tool shed onto the stone itself. I don't know. I've got a lot of researching and reading to do, but I think I can figure it out. As with everything, I do much better when I'm actually starting the work. So hopefully with a bit of planning and a bit of just blindly diving in and going for it, I'll be able to get it done. But for the moment, I'm very tired. It's time to rest, not think about tool sheds at all, and maybe watch a movie, have a nap, who knows, but just chill out for a little bit and rest my weary bones because it's been a very tiring day today. Okay, so that's a wrap on all the work I did earlier in the year. We're caught up to present day. It's August, and I'm gonna be battling against some very hot weather as I try to haul gigantic stones around my land. So I'm gonna be trying to fit in some pretty busy mornings of work to push forward on this foundation and move forward on what's going to be a really, really fun and very challenging project for me. So I'm hoping that by the next video I'll have a full design to share with you, and I'm really excited to finally sit down and put that on paper. But for now, I'll say goodbye from this video. Thanks for watching. Any comments, questions, whatever, suggestions, please leave me a message below, and I'll see you in the next video.